Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you a cool team to use for this class trial in a Tidecaller. These really are worth doing. You get extra XP when you defeat these champions. Just defeat them all in any order, and you will move on to the next round and earn rewards. Rewards get progressively better, like you get gold, gems, Tidecaller XP, and it just increases and gets better as you go along. That can really help getting that Tidecaller class up to level 100. From the shop for these things, always good to grab tier 1 to get that potion of enchantment in particular. All your troops will therefore start enchanted at the start of each and every stage, and you get more sigils, you get more XP, more gold, more everything basically. Pretty decent indeed. Now you can go all the way to tier 5, and this is not a particularly good weapon. It's alright, it's going to work well in some teams, you just don't see it used that often. It's the Three Sisters. Can deal a decent amount of heavy splash damage, but overall it's just an okay weapon, and I wouldn't rush to this. I wouldn't spend all these gems just to get this, is what I'm saying. You're going to get it for free when you get 250 class wins in this class anyway, and it's better to obtain it that way, unless of course you're going to go as far as this anyway and effectively get it for free. So on to the fight. Different team to what I'm doing for the world event. You can use the world event team that I've done for this, which was Iron Wave. Just show that quickly. Iron Wave, there it is. Deals damage to an enemy boosted by merfolk allies, then creates a mix of blue and brown for each merfolk ally. The reason that was good was because there was 2 times Leviathan in that team, which uses blue and brown, and that deals damage to all. So that got charged up really quickly and just dealt that damage to all and just took everybody out, and it was really fast. And we had Triton in that team as well, just for that 50% mana start really. So that was the world event team. That was Triton, 2 times Leviathan and Iron Wave. That will work, but I'm going to go for something different this time for people that didn't have those troops or just fancy doing something different. Going for a true damage team this time. Still got Triton there, mainly for that 50% mana start, but it can dish out some damage, but it's not a true damage, so we're relying on the rest of the team to finish off teams really. But they will do. It's going to be pretty good. We're going to have Crypt Keeper in first place. Death marks an enemy, then deals magic-based true damage to all enemies below them. So you're going to try and cast this as high up the enemy order as you can, on the first one if you can. Now it's boosted by enemy death marks, and what that means is those enemies, if they survived, can now just die anyway, just like kaput, you are gone. And if not, they're going to receive severe damage from the rest of our troops. The Deep King deals magic-based true splash damage to 2 random enemies, then submerge itself and a random ally. The submergent element of this is actually very good, because the Mershark deals true damage, true splash damage again, boosted by submerged allies. So when we cast this, if their enemies are getting stronger and they're starting to survive or something, look on the later levels, you're going to get a nice little boost from the fact that that casts and submerges a couple of troops, which aids that spell. It's also boosted by the fact we are in Tidecaller class. Submerge myself when I take damage, so if we get hit and take damage, we're going to again boost up the damage of our Deep King. And as well as that, we also have Deluge, submerge a random ally on 4 or 5 gem matches. So lots of opportunities to boost up that damage. Every little bit helps. Champion talents, I'd go for Snap Freeze, Insulated, Anti-Magic Sphere, Watery Binding, Deluge, Water Mastery, and Aquatic Glory. That's the last one, obviously, but you probably haven't got that one. That's why you're doing this event. But if you are and doing it just for the crack, then good on ya. Why not? Right, the banner for this, I'm going to go for +2 purple, +1 blue, -1 yellow. And that is it really. It's going to be pretty straightforward. We've got a 50% start. Enchanted. Get charged up quick. Should happen all reasonably quickly because the colours are nice as well. Like we've got purple on the weapon, blue and brown on the Deep King, and we use red and blue on the one that one there, whatever his name is. Who is it? Mershark. That's him. That's the fella. So pick your poison. Doesn't matter from now on. Actually, it does actually, because if you do this, It's all damage below them. That won't kill everybody in one go. But if you get these up and you've already killed someone already, then that will actually kill everyone. Everybody's dead. Got my Guild Wars battles coming later today. That'll be later on this afternoon. Check back for that if you want to see a little bit of Guild Wars tomfoolery. You can cast this now. One will survive, one at the top. But you can finish them off with somebody else anyway pretty quickly. Obviously how quick this is will be based on your magic level and how far you've progressed in the game. The higher you've got your magic buffed up, the more damage you're going to do across the board with your team. So at this point it's better to collect the magics or the mana straight away for somebody. Like our Deep King there, we can cast that now. Better to get the mana while it's there sometimes. Cast this one now. If they survive, which they do, it's just a simple case of getting up anybody else. Preferably the true damage troops. Like I say, Triton is there mainly for that 50% start. There's old Valraven popped in at the top. Get that quick before it flies off and you'll get a couple of extra sigils. Deep King if you can. It is random enemies that it hits, but the chances are it's still going to work out anyway. In fact, on the early stages it has to. It hits 2 enemies. Well, I've jumped forward a little bit, but it's still working very much the same way. All I'm doing, if I can, is casting the weapon first. This does heavy damage to all the troops below the top one, and then you just finish them off with the Deep King or Mershark. I've got to say at the beginning, but if you don't have the Deep King or a Mershark, you can chuck in Clam Lasher instead. This is another true damage troop, which is really good for this. And there's nothing wrong with a bit of Clam Lashing, is there? Right, so we'll grab purple if we can, and we can, it's right there. And if we can get any brown or whatever for our other troops, we will, but it doesn't matter because we're enchanted. Got 50% start, they're up for the next round anyway, and we're still wiping out the enemy really quickly. Bonus XP, remember, if you won your Guild Wars day yesterday with your guild, a chance to get extra XP all day today. Should I wait for purple? Should wait for purple really, should be patient. No purple come. Got 50% start and enchanted. Deep King finishes off. Right, this will be the last one then, unless we get a Valraven suddenly come flying in, which it didn't. So again, try and get the weapon up if you can. It makes it just that little bit quicker. I'll show you why it's quicker, because if you cast this first, that didn't actually work out too bad that time. If we, actually it still does work out the same, yeah, because as soon as we cast this now, we can't actually target the top troop of damage. You're going to have to rely on your Triton to finish off, which you can do if it's powerful enough, but it's not the ideal way to do it. It's better to cast a weapon first on these later levels if you can. But there it is, there's the video. I've run out of sigils. Grab your rewards at the end, you get extra XP, extra gems, more gold, and that's all good. There it is. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to bash that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.